cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. All right, welcome back out to Music Monday. Got another great show for you today. My first topic I want to talk about, Andre 3000. Now, he's half of the group with Big Boy, Outkast. Iconic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
iconic.
That's my.
You know, they had, I like the movie, what was the name of it? Idlewild.
Yeah.
Man.
I like Southern Player listing
love that
Cadillac,
movie.
funky music in your trunk.
Yeah, that was that first album.
Yes, that was my favorite.
Yeah, and they was on the face. But we know he got creative rap. I mean, the man was outstanding with the rap game. He had his own little lane.
Yeah.
You know, he had his own lane.
They did the little speaker box below album.
Yeah.
Where they both did like solo.
Both
project.
did solo project.
It was
Yeah,
a double album,
CD.
but
Yeah.
solo.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, I think the last thing that they recorded together was in 2016 as a group.
Was that Bomb? No, not Bombs Over Baghdad. That was one after that.
I forgot what it was, but that was like they last thing that they did together.
Yeah.
And Big Boy, of course, went on to do his movie, you know, film career and other stuff like that. And Andre 3000 just kind of backed away from music. He did one song here and there, you know, I think he had a 2-word verse on one of Kanye's songs.
Okay.
Just to hear his voice was different, you know.
So he didn't turn to the prince of rap.
Well,
right?
basically, he backed up from rapping. He
Okay.
hadn't done another rap song except maybe one or two, and those were features.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking somewhere in his mind, he was like, okay, which I can understand him by being an artist. You always want to reinvent yourself to create another group of listeners.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sense.
So
that makes sense.
when a lot of people thought that Andre was tripping, walking around with a flute, you know, or trying to play the flute, maybe people thought he was crazy. And I think I spoke on that once before, where people was thinking he was crazy because he would have his flute, you know. But he's got a whole album where it's flute, no rap,
No singing.
just him playing the flute.
Okay, so as a realist, I think it would have worked had he done it right after the Lizzo with her flute stuff. But as a comedian, the first thing that came to my mind was this is episode with Dave Chappelle. He was doing the flute,
Right. Yeah.
and that's what's going through my head. Like
You thinking, but I know on the
how you
comedian
gonna?
side.
Yeah, how you gonna? What album?
Well,
you got to make 12 songs with just a flute.
Well, yeah, that's what he did. He made an album full of flute. Him playing the flute.
I got a question. Do y'all think about his core audience, predominantly black, I would assume.
Right.
Do y'all think black people will go out and buy an
album
album with flute music?
No, I don't.
I would say this. Man, I am a true supporter of him, but I would not.
But there's lanes for that type of music.
That's the word. Yep.
That's the difference that it makes. Because there's lanes for that type of music, elevator music, we think. Now, let me ask you something. When you go in a store and you go shopping, and you go in this store and you know you want these pair of jeans, this is what you want.
Right.
That music you hear in the background is telling you, buy those jeans, buy those jeans, buy those jeans.
No.
No.
You don't agree with you, Slash?
No.
Elevator music, man, I'm going to tell you.
Wait.
If there wasn't no music when you were shopping, you wouldn't spend as much money.
I disagree with that. So you saying there's some psychological shit going on when it comes to spending our money.
When
in
it comes
stores.
to music, period.
Nah, my mind is made up before I even go to the
Only,
store.
I will agree with
Yeah.
you when it comes to food. That's it. Because you can throw some mouth-watering commercials that make me get up and go out. And if you sing that song right, I'll go get whatever double bacon burger,
Here's my thought.
cheeseburger.
I see where you're going with it. And you own to something. I see where you're going with it. But here's my thoughts. So if I'm in the store going to buy some clothes and I hear some flute music, what kind of clothes you think I'm gonna come out with? I'm gonna look like Peter Pan coming up.
Well, prime example. We can laugh at the flute. Kenny G played the shit out.
But that was
No,
it.
but he played a flute too. He had songs where he was playing.
But that's
a
a wind instrument. I mean, a flute. That's
clarinet.
clarinet, flute, saxophone.
Yeah, it's a
those are
woodwind.
woodwinds.
So
the flute is not a woodwind.
But that's why I say there's a lane for that
Clarinet
type
is.
of that style of music because I can sit and listen to some Kenny G or woodwind. Now that's gonna change my feeling as far as what I'm doing at the time. It's gonna ease my mind, make it more peaceful, and that's why I say it's a lane for that type of music. We may not think that music is playing for a reason. That's why they play a lot of pop music, upbeat music.
So this is all flute, no beat with it.
Well, I haven't heard it myself.
Okay,
But-
then,
but-
I mean, if it had a nice beat, I may listen
I
to something
might.
soothing.
And you
like
know
that.
what? I'm gonna tell you, I don't think he would do it without a beat.
yeah,
I mean, what sense would it make without the beat?
Shit, I
really?
can't. What sense do it make for him to make an album with just flute music, in my opinion? But he's a musician.
Here's one because he made #1 on Billboard for new style of music,
okay.
and it ain't been out 6 months. This man is already on Billboard top 90
Wow.
with one song off of that album already. So that's why I say.
yeah, it had to have some beats too.
It gotta have some beats,
because
yeah.
what's this female? She played the violin. And matter of fact, Scarface had a song
With her.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
She was
yeah,
cold.
yeah.
So if he had some beats with it, I can probably see.
Yeah, I can see that.
See, the
being-
thing, here's where I have the problem. Okay, so you got the rappers that go to actors, right? His lane was always rap, right? And then I mean, you are artists, I get it.
Yeah.
But a flute from a rapper it don't
he's
kind
an
of go.
actor
But
also.
I ain't mad at him for trying to go in the lane. It might work.
So he's.
I mean, because he is popular,
well, you got
so it might work for him.
because of who he is, and you can't look at it as, oh, he playing a flute. What kind of instrument is that?
Yeah.
You can't look at it like that.
No, you can't.
You have to look at it as saying, okay, what marks is he gonna make in the music industry doing it?
Yeah.
Because that's what he's doing it for.
Yeah.
He don't care if nobody like him or not. His
Exactly.
thing is the mark that he's gonna make, or what type of change, or something that nobody else gonna do in the music industry.
Yeah, I was-
which this is what he did. The song is like 12 minutes plus. It's an instrumental. 12 minutes. It's the first Billboard song the first longest running song ever on Billboard.
I don't know about that. That
No, this isn't- no,
Betty
no,
Wright is
listen.
7 minutes and 34
This is
seconds.
12 minutes. This is Billboard themselves saying it's the longest running song to ever make it on Billboard.
Oh, to make it on
this
Billboard.
is Billboard
to make it
saying
on Billboard. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
most songs you think you have are what, 3.5,
3 and a
4
half,
minutes
4
tops.
minutes tops. Yeah.
But you got 12. This is actually 3 song lengths.
Yeah. Depending on the era.
So imagine now what I'm trying to say is, even if it's a beat under there and he playing the flute, he a bad motherfucker for playing for 12 minutes.
12
bro.
minutes. You ain't lying.
See, that's what I'm looking at.
That's headache action. If you ain't never played the flute, people, that flute can give you a headache. Blow into a bottle with the top of your lip into the bottom of the bottle. Hold the bottom up under your lip and blow down for 12 minutes, and you will understand that flute can give you a headache. So shout out to him.
And that's just like somebody play a guitar on a song for 21 minutes. You're a cold man, But yeah, so he making a good mark, I think, doing that. I support what he doing,
Yeah.
for the simple
I
fact.
like good music, period. So, like I said, if it sounds good, I definitely will listen to it.
And he had he made a statement also where he said You know, he think he too old to be rapping. You know, he 48, so he's saying, you know, him being 48, he really don't want to rap. But
Yeah.
that's another move, because if I can get you to believe I ain't gonna rap no more, then I could drop a rap album.
Right.
And now you finna go buy that.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, marketing wise and strategy wise, from an artist, he's playing the game the way
playing
it's
the
supposed to be played. Because guess what? After that amount of time, he's back relevant again. Even the younger generation is about to know who he is, because he's the only rapper that plays a flute.
Yep.
So everything that he's actually done, in a sense, has been a marketing strategy that's gonna put the money in his pocket, you know. So shout out.
We're gonna be calling him a genius.
He gonna be a
we'll call it
genius.
because
Yeah.
even Lil Wayne, I seen an interview yesterday from Lil Wayne. He was like, man, and I didn't know till you just told me he made
Yeah.
a flute album. But I heard Lil Wayne talking. He said, man, Lil Wayne, I don't understand what he mean. What does Andre 3000 talking about? He's too old to rap.
Yeah.
That's what Lil Wayne was saying.
Yeah.
But now that you're talking about it, now I understand.
Well,
He's probably upset about the flute album himself.
he been rapping way before Lil Wayne.
Right. And Lil Wayne was saying, Andre 3000 basically is saying
Yeah.
he's too old to rap.
Exactly.
Lil Wayne was upset about that comment.
Because
that
of
he
the age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, man, he's not too old to rap, but, you know.
Well-
so now I
well,
know why he was commenting
That's
on it.
being, and I'm not to say nothing bad on Lil Wayne, but that's kind of being, you know, you not open minded
Right.
to doing nothing
I
else.
was thinking the same thing. I just didn't want to
So
say
yeah, that's not, you're not open minded.
Right,
So you'll
right.
always feel like you're gonna be a rapper, even at 50 years old. You feel like you're gonna be a rapper. You're not open minded to doing nothing else in the music industry,
Right.
Like other people, once they get their money or whatever out of it, they go into a different area of the music just to stay in the business, but not have to work as hard as they were, you know, to get to the point to where they at. So that could be closed minded from Lil Wayne. You know, but I wanted to read off some of the names of these songs that Andre 3000 has.
Okay.
The first one is titled, I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
No comment?
That's the name of the song.
No comment, I guess?
Okay, number 2 on the album. The slang word pussy rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you agree?
What that do you agree part? Are you asking?
No.
That's
This is the name of the
good
song.
Lord.
Yeah.
These are the names of the song.
These are the names of the song.
The
But
names
why would
make
I
you want to
agree?
go listen. The names will make you want to go listen.
Yeah.
Example, that's what I was trying
Those
to
are
say.
whole sentences.
I know,
man.
right?
Okay.
But you know who used to make her albums like that? She would have long sentences. That lady, was it Ella Fitzgerald? She used to have those long titles. Also, as a man, they used to have those long titles back in the day.
Man.
Back in the gap in the 50s, 40s, and 30s, like that.
Every song,
Yeah. They used to have long titles for
every
that.
song on his album is long like that.
History repeating itself.
The third one, look. That night in Hawaii, when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control, shit was wild.
He been hanging with Dave Chappelle a
no.
little too.
But I want you to think about how Andre 3000 talks.
Yeah.
And these words he got in here. See, he playing a game.
Yes.
What I'm saying is the man is playing a game all the way. If I could get you to sit here and read all this, then you gonna ask me why I didn't rap.
Not only that,
Because this is what I'd have to rap about.
you might not play it for the music portion. You're going to buy it for the names.
The names.
I'm saying, the song-
Now, at
the
this
names
point,
make you wanna listen.
now I'm like, why does motherfucker name these titles like that? I will buy the albums and not listen to it just for the names.
I'm already intrigued.
Exactly.
Look, he got one called Ants to You, Gods to Who. Hey, man, the man.
I want some of that weed he's smoking
man,
too,
you
bro.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got something fire over there that he ain't letting nobody know about, man. I tell you. But I want to give a shout out to Andre 3000, man. I like what you're doing, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, because every point of what we just talked about put me in a mind frame of you doing something to create a different feel all the way through. And that looks good, you know, coming from an artist such as yourself in that stature. Young Thug, of course, is in court, you know, for a lot of
Young
different
Thug.
allegations of gang violence and
Y'all gonna kill
murder.
me. I gotta ask my daughter who Young Thug is.
Allegedly, all these different crimes, you know, buying illegal guns and, you know, carjacking, a lot of different things he in court for. And they are using one of his songs in the court case, Pushin' P, him and Gunna. So what they're doing is taking lyrics from the song and saying that they're implied to something that happened that the court have on file.
Now, that's going to be interesting because you can look at that. That's 50-50. This is what I mean by that. First of all, you can't deny that rap music or any kind of music from that standpoint, the lyrics to music, a lot of it is made up. A lot of it is like, for instance, like boasting, bragging about things that you
Majority
haven't
of
done.
rap, yeah.
And even if you take a love song, you know, really, who making love all night long?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All night long.
Yeah.
That's a valid point.
And so,
Yeah.
but
So-
but it's boasting and
It's
exaggerating.
over-exaggerated,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
now,
what music
it's
is.
going to be difficult to prove that what he was saying is actually true. Because we also know that lyrics, some artists actually put reality in their
Right.
songs. And not
Right.
just talking about
Right.
not just talking about rap music, but, you know, singers too. You know, some of like some of that stuff R. Kelly may have talked about. Some of that stuff probably was real.
Mary J. Blige whole album, that My Life album.
Yeah, so that'll be difficult to prove. The only way I can see that that'll hold up is if you actually have somebody to testify
Right.
that they were there when it happened, and basically what he's saying is how it actually happened.
Happen, right.
So you got to ask yourself: is it the rap music that's convicting him for that, or is it somebody going in to testify? Because you can get the same person
Right.
to go and say the same thing that the song is saying.
Well, what I know is the prosecutor was basically arguing the fact that his lyrics were changing, or some of the actions of his music around the area that he lives in was starting to be a bad area for young kids or young adults.
So they blaming him for the violence,
For the
or
violence in that
crime
area.
that's
Yeah,
happening.
Yeah,
nah,
because
that
of
ain't
the
gonna
area.
stick.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna
I
stick.
agree.
That's not gonna stick.
In the area.
That's not gonna stick
agree.
because you can blame alcohol, but they ain't gonna do that because of the taxes and money that they make off alcohol. You know, you can blame, hell, for that matter, you can
mean, it's
blame
freedom of speech.
anything.
Right.
Yeah, you can say, nah, you can't.
Yeah. So they also been charged with racketeering, conspiracy charges. You know, so it's a lot of stuff. But then they saying lack of evidence for some of this stuff, and Gunna actually kind of done a little plea, but maintaining his innocence. You know, so he didn't enter a plea of guilt, basically. You know. But I mean, it's still not a good look, period. But we know before this has happened in other forms of rap music, like 2 Live Crew a long time ago, because of some of the stuff they were saying, pop that coochie. But what they saying now is much worse, and you don't hear them saying nothing about that, you know.
True.
Yeah,
But Kevin Lyles, I don't know if y'all familiar with Kevin Lyles, but
I am.
okay, Kevin Lyles works with Simmons, Russell Simmons, with a management team. Where anyway, he kind of put out a petition to not be able to use rap vocals or rap lyrics in a court case. And so far, he's got like 90,000 people that signed it. So he's trying to get that passed to where they can't use rap vocals to arrest somebody, basically,
because that's gonna open up the door
for all kind of other stuff.
You gotta
exactly.
think about some of the stuff that these, he was saying in the 80s, man. Not just rap music,
Right?
You
All kind of
R&B,
music.
man.
But that's probably why, because they only do it in the rap community. I mean, in the rap world, hip hop world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it in the rock and roll.
Right.
They don't do it in the country.
R&B.
R&B. Well, R&B,
is
you pretty much get in your own trouble in R&B.
Yeah.
And nobody done it worse than Kelly.
Yeah.
Because he sung about and he got caught doing stuff. But anyway, so it's not fair to be able to use it in court for hip hop music if you're not gonna use it nowhere else. So I mean, what are you trying to do?
So like Freddie G said, I think it would be hard to prove.
Yeah.
When you're trying to utilize music lyrics to prosecute somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. I truly, honestly don't. If you didn't catch the man in the act, don't use what he's saying against him, basically, But these are how, this is how the community's done sometimes. But y'all make sure y'all check us out tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here. See ya. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, B52 Scott Podcast. On Twitter, @52 Scott Podcast.